Morning, kids. Today is the day that we think about the Lord. So the name of our story today is Some Money for God's House. Dick had a paper route after school, but he didn't have a bicycle. It took a long time to walk from house to house with his papers. They were heavy, too, and sometimes hurt his shoulder during the first part of the walk, or until he had delivered enough so that his newspaper sack was lighter. And by that time, his feet were tired, so it didn't help very much, even if he had only a few papers left. What I need, Dick kept telling himself, is a bicycle. I want a nice red bicycle with a wire rack in front to carry my papers in. When Dick told Mother about how much he needed a bicycle, she said, "Well, why don't you buy one? You earn about $4 a week on your paper route. How much would a good used bicycle cost?" Dick didn't know, but he decided to find out. He went down to see Mr. Jackson at the bicycle shop. "Mr. Jackson," he asked, "do you have a good used bicycle that I could buy?" "Yes," said Mr. Jackson. "I have a very good one here that I have just taken apart and fixed and put back together again." "How much does it cost?" Dick asked. "It costs about $16, Mr. Jackson said. "It is a very good buy." Mr. Jackson brought the bicycle out for Dick to see. "Oh boy," he said, "that is a beautiful bicycle, and it is red, and it has a wire rack in front of it. It's just what I need. I'm going to try to earn enough money to buy it." Dick ran home to tell his mother. Dick had had his paper route for 2 weeks and already had $8 in the bank. In 2 more weeks, he would have $16 and he could buy the bicycle. Every day, Dick went down to see the bicycle. He thought it was the best bicycle he had ever seen. Soon it would be his. 1 week went by, and then Dick had $12. Finally, Dick had the $16. He took his money and hurried to the bicycle shop to see Mr. Jackson. Another boy was looking at the bicycle. "This is a very good bicycle," said the other boy. "I want to buy it. I will go home and get the money." "No," said Mr. Jackson. "Dick is here with his money, and he is going to buy it. If Dick has $16, he can have the bicycle." "Do you have the $16, Dick?" "Yes," Dick said happily, "and now I can buy the bicycle." Just then, Dick had a thought of something. As soon as he began to think about it, he tried to think of something else. He tried to pretend that he didn't have the thought. No matter how hard he tried, he kept right on thinking about it anyway, and it became a bigger and bigger thought. Finally, Dick had to think about it. And this was the thought. Dick had forgotten to give part of the $16 to the Lord. Dick always gave part of the money that he earned to the Lord. Sometimes he gave a tenth, and sometimes he gave more. Sometimes he gave all that he earned. "How much is 1/10 of $16? Dick wondered. He didn't know, so he asked Mr. Jackson. "Mr. Jackson, how much is 1/10 of $16? That would be $1.60, Mr. Jackson said. "Oh," said Dick. Dick thought about the bicycle and how much he needed it, and about the other boy who was going to buy the bicycle if he didn't. He wondered if the Lord would mind if just this once he spent all of the money instead of giving his tithe. "But if I did," Dick said to himself, "then probably I would do it again some other time. I might keep on doing it, and pretty soon I wouldn't be giving money to the Lord as I want to." Dick blinked back the tears. "I don't think I will buy the bicycle," he said to Mr. Jackson. "Won't buy the bicycle?" Mr. Jackson thought as he was surprised. "Why, I thought this bicycle was just the one you wanted." "It is," said Dick, "but I don't have enough money." "Yes, you do, Dick," said Mr. Jackson, looking at the money in Dick's hand. "You have $16, and that is just the amount you need." No, all of this $16 isn't mine, Dick said. $1.60 of it belongs to the Lord. Mr. Jackson looked surprised, and then he looked embarrassed. His face got red. Mr. Jackson remembered that he hadn't given any of his money to the Lord for a long time. Mr. Jackson had told people he loved Jesus, and he thought now that he hadn't been acting like it very much. Well, he said, I think you are doing the right thing in not buying the bicycle. I think you should give the $1.60 to the Lord. I guess I must sell the bicycle to this other boy, as I said I would. The other boy ran home to get his money, and Dick started to leave. Just a minute, Mr. Jackson said. I want to show you something, Dick. Here is another bicycle I have now. It is a better bicycle than the one you are going to buy. How much does it cost? Dick wanted to know. Let's see, said Mr. Jackson. That would be $14.40. Yes, that's what it cost, Dick. $14.40. I wonder if I have that much, Dick said. How much will I have when I take $1.60 out of the $16 I have? Well, bless me, said Mr. Jackson. You'll have just $14.40. Just the amount you need. Both Dick and Mr. Jackson were very happy. Dick gave Mr. Jackson $14.40 and rode off on his bicycle. Mr. Jackson looked out the door after him. Lord, he prayed in his heart, thank you for teaching me a lesson today through Dick. Help me to always remember the lesson I've learned today. So here are the questions for you to think about and talk about with your parents. Number 1, can you guess what the lesson was that Mr. Jackson learned from Dick? Number 2, if you earned 50 cents and wanted to give 1/10 of it to the Lord, how much would you give? 3, how could you give the money to God? The Bible says in 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 6, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. I pray that you have a great day today thinking about the Lord. And until next time, remember, stay safe and Papa loves you.